Have you ever sat down to focus, but 2 minutes later, your brain jumps to something completely different? You start reading an article, and suddenly, you're scrolling through 5 different tabs, watching videos, and forgetting why you even opened your laptop in the first place. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. ADHD makes focus feel impossible. But what if I told you that the real reason behind your brain fog isn't just dopamine? It's oxygen. Most people think ADHD is just about dopamine imbalance. And while that's true, there's a hidden factor that rarely gets talked about: oxygen. Your brain uses 20% of all the oxygen you breathe, but when you're constantly distracted, struggling to focus, or feeling mentally drained, it could mean your brain isn't getting enough oxygen to function properly. And here's the kicker: studies show that people with ADHD may have reduced oxygen flow to the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and impulse control. This means that every time you're struggling to concentrate, your brain might literally be running on low fuel. Imagine trying to drive a car with barely any gas. That's what it's like to have ADHD, the signs that your brain is starving for oxygen. So how do you know if your brain isn't getting enough oxygen? If you have ADHD and struggle with any of these, oxygen could be playing a role. Mental fatigue. Do you get exhausted after just a little bit of focus? Brain fog. Feeling like your thoughts are jumbled and slow? Forgetfulness. Ever walk into a room and completely forget why you're there? Low energy. Struggling to stay awake even when you've had enough sleep. If any of these sound familiar, then your brain might be running on empty. But don't worry, there are ways to fix this. How to boost oxygen levels and improve focus. Now that we know oxygen is a key player in ADHD, let's talk about how to fix it. Here are 3 powerful ways to increase oxygen to your brain and improve focus. Deep breathing techniques. Most of us don't breathe properly. When you're anxious or unfocused, you tend to take shallow breaths, which means less oxygen reaches your brain. Try this, the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. This slows your heart rate, reduces stress, and trains your brain to absorb more oxygen per breath. Do this for 1 minute, and you'll feel an instant change in focus. Move your body every 30 minutes. Your brain doesn't get oxygen on its own. Your blood has to carry it there. And the best way to increase blood flow to your brain? Movement. Try this. Every 30 minutes, stand up and do 60 seconds of movement. Jumping jacks, stretching, or even just shaking out your arms. Studies show that just 5 minutes of movement can increase oxygen levels in the brain by up to 10%. So if you're struggling to focus, get up and move right now. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT, the ADHD brain hack. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. What if you could supercharge your brain with oxygen without even needing to breathe differently? This is where hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT, comes in. It's a therapy where you breathe nearly pure oxygen in a high-pressure chamber, allowing your brain to absorb oxygen 10 times more efficiently. Think of it like a power-up for your brain. In fact, research suggests that HBOT may help improve focus, reduce hyperactivity, and even enhance memory in people with ADHD. And the best part? It's completely drug-free. No stimulants, no side effects, just giving your brain the fuel it actually needs. ADHD is tough, but your brain deserves the right fuel. Try these simple oxygen hacks, and if you're looking for something backed by science, oxygen therapy might be worth exploring. If you want to learn more, visit oxygenhealthsystems.com. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We're here to help.